everyone, and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank y'all so very much for joining me today. Alright, so, if you're new, hello, how you doing? How are things? I hope well. If you guys have been here before, hello my beautiful friends. I hope y'all are doing well also. Y'all are having an amazing day today. So, if you've been here before, then you've heard me mention that I really wanted to do a table setup and just see what it all looks like. So I finally did that. This has been on my phone for a little bit now. So I am on, currently we are at like a, this is the weekend that we're having like a 3-day music craft fair, like a musical festival craft fair. Last weekend was one around here. This is the craft fair before that, even the one at like my hometown. So I've changed things a smidge since this, but it helped me so much. So I just have some videos kind of like setting the whole thing up, how it looks. I will put in a clip of how it looked at the craft fair like that. It really helped out. We had some different tubs for height and things like that, which I think were a big huge hit. Helped a lot. I've had a couple people, but beautiful Sandy from Crochet A Canada was like, make things higher, do height. Just like appealing, draws your eye to it, all those things. She has such a beautiful, beautiful craft fair setup. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, so I took some advice from her, raised some things up. There's still some other things I'd like to do, add some other things to it or whatever, but we're still kind of new, so, hey. But yeah, so this is my craft fair setup. I may just end on a craft fair thing. I think I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover and all that stuff, but I've been meaning to get this up for a couple weeks now, and I just haven't. And so we really, really liked this setup. So that's what we did that craft fair, and then the one that's like right here around us last time, we ended up with 2 spaces, so we switched it almost completely. This time we went back to like what you're fixing to see, because we have a space, we have like the U-shaped deal and all that, so we officially went back to that. We have the U-shaped tables and the 3 racks. So right now we're kind of doing what you're fixing to see, so it all came back full circle, I guess, eventually. But anywho, yes, so I wanted to do this for a long time, finally did it. So y'all get to see a bit of the living room, because I didn't do it outside because I didn't want things blowing off the table. Cool. All right, so without further ado, finally, am I right? Finally, our craft fair table run through. All right. Okay, this is what I have thus far. So I just have 2 tables, as you can see, and some flowers from Mother's Day that I can't seem to get rid of. Anyway, I have 2 tables set up in here right now. I have usually, ignore this, this is my yarn and stuff I'm working on, Lulero that is going but isn't going to be like a main focus. I'm taking my other rack with like the summery stuff, so that's what's going to be, I think, right here. And then I usually, like I said, have a 3rd table. I don't know that I'm going to have room for a rack and a 3rd table. And this right here is all amigurumi. This is backwards. We set this up last night. Derek and I set this up, or Derek set the table up and I put the amigurumi on it last night. So this is what I have. I'll show you guys that. I'll kick that. Anyway, so this is what I have as far as amigurumi. I'm not going to put them all out at once because I just feel like that's absolute overload. It's kind of like a sea creature area. The bees, Pop-Tarts, monsters all right here. Let's see, mushrooms and a gnome. This is I tried to make a unicorn out of just some random stuff I had one day. I don't know that it worked, but it goes on the table and that's all right. And then these are my succulents and things that I have so far. These are the ones with the crochet bottoms. They kind of all fell when I moved the table a minute ago. But anyway, with the crochet bottoms, and then I got the real clay pots, and I kind of am digging those. This is a hen and chick I need to stitch together. And then I made roses. So this is one of my roses, like a multicolored. This is Hobby Lobby yarn. I have 2 more roses right here, and I think with these 2, I'm going to do kind of like I did with this one. It fell when I moved the table. Let's just fix it together. That'll be fun. Oh, maybe it won't. Anyway, those go like this. They won't have strings, obviously, but anyway, kind of like 2 roses in a little bucket. And so I think that's what I'm going to do with these, that I don't know. So anyway, so they're upside down, but these are my Pop-Tarts. I'm so happy with these. It's like a cookies and cream Pop-Tart, wild berry, cherry. So yeah, that's the floor. Anyway, this is what goes, this little table right here goes in front of this couch. That's a succulent that fell off, just saw that. Anyway, this goes in front of this couch. Normally it's just like a little table or foot stand or whatever. I thought about taking that. It's kind of, it's not really heavy, but it's just kind of awkward. But it fits really well under a table, and if I were to put like a bucket or 2, I could still put my hats under there because I have a lot of hats. I still kind of want to take those just in case. Like my kids, even though it's hot, still wear a beanie, so I feel like other kids might. So anyway, I thought about taking that and putting something under there, but I don't know. So I don't know. So this is what I have so far. Like, so I'm gonna work on it. Take you all along with me. I thought about just doing like a run through, but just like me putting the things up and doing like kind of a fast motion video, but that's probably not in the cards. Derek's probably gonna help me. I'm probably gonna take a lot of breaks. So this is what I have so far. Like I said, I think I'm gonna get a 3rd table and just see, but I also need to measure and see what I am at right now, because I have a 10 by 10 space, and I know at this craft fair I have a 10 by 10 space. Like at a few of them I've been able to get away with, oh, well, I have this extra spot, you know, this extra room. This one I'm going to be on like the main drag. It's a big deal. I'm not gonna have anything more than 10 by 10 at all. So okay, and I think I can make the rack like 3 feet or 4 feet, and so heck, I don't know. All right, let's figure this out. Okie doke. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover for this part. So I ended up putting the sea creature dudes up on a tub, just covered it. It looks a little bit different at the show, but this is just to check it out. I have this spider thing that I got from Halloween that I put the keychains on. I've sold almost all of those. It's wild looking back at this. I've sold so much of this stuff. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, which is amazing. But I have this like a pampered chef thing that I ended up putting the washcloths and stuff on. I haven't sold a washcloth since like November, so I kind of think I'm taking those off the table. Anywho, ended up with this kind of as my setup. That way there was like a different spot for like the hats, the beads, the sea creature guys, the monsters kind of have it. Whoop. A little bit, you know, the space throughout. There's a spot for some purses and things. And then over here, the Pop-Tarts and the little plushie cat. I ended up putting the succulents up here on a blanket that we were working on, and so I think that kind of made them all pop. It looked really good, I thought, once we put the tablecloths and everything on. So really like the way that turned out. And then, like I said, yeah, I used the Pampered Chef shelf for the washcloths and things. And yeah, succulents and, or not succulents, Pop-Tarts and some mushrooms and things. Excuse me. My one gnome hat, I take it and then let people know that I do custom orders on that, so I don't have it for sale. I just tell people that, you know, you can order the things if you want. Anyway, so this way they were kind of separated by by size and price, and so that way I kind of knew just what to, what to price them as. People would know that way whenever they were setting separately. So I didn't set all of these out at once. I had a few of them stashed back, and then would set them out later, like as things sold, set them out. I'm pretty sure I had all the bees out at once. And then also, like, I had some things setting in front, so that kind of made a difference too. All the headbands, that's my pattern. And then, like I said, I have that this leftover from Halloween with little spiders on it. I thought it was perfect for the keychains. And I also put some little tiny bees down at the bottom of that. I sewed in the ends on this in case anyone's wondering, which like little crossbody bag. And then I made my Stitch It Ain't Easy sign over there in the corner that Derek and Miss B made for me. I have this purse that, and then like that makeup bag. So just some random little things around the table. Lots of sea creatures, that is for sure. All the monsters, the smiley face. I need to make a couple more of those. Note to self. Anyway, but yeah, this is the idea for the table and Derek's hat. Okay, so hey y'all, it's me and this here Pop-Tart. So I realized that I deleted the footage of the first, like my hometown booth, the one that I did immediately after this. I did make 2 shorts out of that, so I'm going to link those down below. So per usual, there's a whole thing missing from this. I'm really sorry. I hope this Pop-Tart makes up for it. I'm just gonna say it. So they will be linked below. There are 2 separate shorts for that, and then the next upcoming clips are the craft fair that we had, or of the craft fair we had after. And so yeah, all right, cool. Thank you guys. You're amazing. Okay, so this is it at the second fair that we did whenever we had the extra space, but this is before we moved our table back. So this is just kind of what it looks like. We'll set up, we just kind of had that extra space for us to hang out, and then eventually space everything out. I sold that big squid. I forgot to mention that in my other video about the craft fair, and I was kind of like, darn it, because I didn't mention that. But yeah, I sold the big squid, and then I got commissioned by that same kid to make, the one that bought the squid, I say kid, he's like a teenager, anyway, to make a koala. So I was pretty excited about that. So I will be making a koala soon. So but yeah, and this is what it all looked like once we I kind of utilized both sides of the tent, or the canopy. So some of Bee's art. I always want to talk about Bee's art, and there you go. Those are her stickers.
True Jordy stuff. Maybe someone will be like, hey, I need that thing.
This is what it looks like. I hung some things on the sides of the canopy. Some clothing and some LuLaRoe, some crochet things. The scrunchies, I learned that the scrunchies didn't work so well in that little tub. I ended up moving them at our last craft fair and sold a lot more than I did with them in that. So experiments are fun. Lay the leggings out. I need to figure something out else to do with the leggings, I feel like, but that's what I had for now. So it's alright. Things, crochet things, and the LuLaRoe things hanging up. So this is what our craft booth looks like. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all very soon.